The same problem I look. This case like S derives AA or B or A derives AC or SD. See now you can observe SA can also replacing with this production. I will get yes. Then it is look like a indirect left recursion. If it is indirect left recursion, the what is an algorithm says? Says the indirect left recursion can be eliminated by using first step is arrange the non-terminal in some order A1, A2 dash 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 AN. See it is like all the non-terminal the left hand side. S, A, B like that. See he given the name as A1, A2. Then for each I from 1 to n, from all the non-terminal, it start from 1 to n, then open the flower bracket. That is for outer loop. So outer loop, what you have to do, check the given production have immediate left recursion or not. If it is the outer loop, yes, then you have to eliminate immediate left recursion for the production. Or for each j from 1 to I minus 1, the remaining, it start from the next production, I minus 1. It start from the second production. Replace each production of the form. I am replacing each production of the form. AI derives AJ of gamma production. See, AI derives AJ of production. Okay, these production I am replacing in this way. See the S derives AARB. It is look like that. S derives AARB. I am replacing S derives AARB in of A production. A is now J in the A line in the A production. That after replacing it look like where AI derives gamma of delta of 1 of gamma, delta 2 of gamma, dash dash delta take gamma. So this is what is say it's a general rule. See as per the problem what I am replacing, S is replacing, the S is now as a AJ. S is now AJ, AJ is I am replacing with what? AA and B. AA it is called as a delta 1. Delta 1 it's look like AA, I am writing gamma as it is. The delta 2 is what? B and gamma as it is. The remaining term you should be write like this. Okay, this is way of replacing it for wherever you want. From the first one you just do it immediate left recursion. The second one replace the production from the previous things because that you have to follow. After replacing you should be do for normal left recursion. Okay, this is the method we are following in your indirect left recursion. See, once we done for the indirect left recursion, this is the problem we did for indirect left recursion for A, B, A, C, S, D, A. I am ordering for non-terminal S, comma A. For S, I am taking
We are not able to hear you, ma'am.
1 minute, 1 minute. I'm getting a disturbance. Okay. So the same problem we did. I'm taking for that first A. You looking that there is no immediate left recursion. Then I'm going for the second one for A. I take the production A derives AC or SDRD. I'm replacing for S because S is previous done I did and the order of S. Replacing all the occurrence of S with the production in A. See, I am doing first A, I derives AJ of gamma. That I am doing as per the algorithm. S of all the production I am replacing in this color, sky blue color. Check it out. S is replacing with AD and BD of E. See now after replacing what you do, I have got the left recursion. Just I am remove the left recursion from the given grammar. A derives BD into A dash E A dash or A dash derives C A dash and AD A dash epsilon. Okay, this is your resultant grammar. The same thing I wrote in the writing pad also. Then if you can change the order of same problem A and S. You take the order of A and S. I am writing A and S is the first production. Just observe. Is there immediate left recursion? Yes, I have immediate left recursion. I had to remove that. Remove with normal method. I have A derives AC. Yes, it is looking A alpha. I am replacing with beta, that is SD A dash or E A dash. What is A dash? The remaining is C into A dash or epsilon. Then go for the second non-terminal. The second non-terminal is as per your order is yes. I am taking yes. The yes derives A or B. Now I have to replace capital A. This is because capital A is done first one. Capital A replace all the occurrence of capital A in the production. Yes. Okay, I am replacing this capital A with what? Yes, this is the capital A replacing value. This value I am writing here. This is the replacing value. Then I have a B, I am writing B as it is. Now I have a immediate left recursion. I had to remove the immediate left recursion for the given grammar. Let me start with what? E A dash A S dash B S S dash. What is S dash? Remaining of S dash. S dash is S D A dash. The remaining in the product is D A dash A. Then epsilon. The resultant grammar you got for production. Okay, this is called indirect left recursion. Okay, then is also I did the same problem, eliminate indirect left recursion for the same thing. You can go order with A comma B or B comma A. Okay, now it's complete for your left recursion topic. Okay, next we have to move on to left factoring. The left factoring I will come back because you have from Monday onwards we have a lab for that. We have to give some problems of the next week lab. Let we move on to the lab program session. After the lab program, we'll come to left factoring because the next week we are planning to do some YAC programs. Okay, what is YAC? We learned about from last 3 weeks. What about Lex? Lex we are using a regular expression for doing your programs. Okay, let me go for YAC. YAC is it's come under your module 4, both Lex and YAC. You have to study about what is YAC. YAC is used in mainly in the syntax analysis of second phase of your compiler to design. Then here where your main concept is grammar. There we are lexical analysis, we are using regular expression, but here you are using grammar to do some task. For example, any control or any grammar representation for see a to the power of n, b to the power of n. For those type of grammar recognition, it is not able to done by using what? Lexical analysis or evaluation of arithmetic expression 2 plus 3. You can check the grammar is valid or not, but your evaluation is not possible. Evaluation required the grammar representation. For that, check the given grammar is palindrome or not. For all those things we can't able to done by using Lex program. For that we are going to represent for the grammar. See, wherever you write grammar, the grammar is has also tokens. You already write on the last 2 classes ambiguous grammar, eliminating of ambiguity. There are tokens. Tokens have higher precedence in the grammar. You know about that. See, whatever the tokens you write in the grammar, for all the tokens are referring to where lexical analysis. The lexical analysis only give the answer about your tokens, because once the source program scans, all the tokens will be produced by lexical analysis. Whatever the tokens are generated from lexical analysis used by the syntax analyzer. For that, we require wherever you write YAC, you compulsory to require lexical analysis also. That means you have to write both the program, Lex program also, YAC program also. Then you have studied about recursive rules. Recursive rules is you have to do for continuous to do for any of the problem. You have to rewrite your grammar for that. I will tell you each and every detail. For today, I will go only some simple sample program. Detail of YAC and detail of YAC program will let you start from next Tuesday onwards. As per the lab, how much we required, only that much today I will explain you. Because you have again module should be there. Each module I will go by one step. And here also you have a syntax for the YAC program. The YAC program syntax is same as your Lex program. You have a definition section, you have a rule section, and you have user subroutine section. The same procedure you are using, but definition section header files are used. And what are the tokens used in your YAC program? That also one part you have to included in the definition section. The rule section, what is change is, there I am writing regular expression, here I am writing grammar. When the grammar is matched, then you have to do the corresponding action. The same way, action is represented in C language. Then you have to go to your main program. Main program, here we are calling YY parse. There I am calling YY lex, but I am calling here YY parse because the YAC have a built-in function as YY parse to get the rule section answer in your main program. In the lexical analysis, we are using y/lex. Then what is the interaction between lexer and parser communication and how the ambiguity can be removed? For this is your as per V2 syllabus. In this module, you have to study it for this topic. Let me go one by one for that YAC. See, we use lex to generate our lexical analyzer where lex recognize regular expression, YAC recognize grammar. Just now I told. YAC will be used in second phase of compiler design called syntax analyzer. Lex divides the input stream into tokens. Then YAC takes these tokens, group them together logically to do the performance of the function. YAC will be used in normally desk calculator, that means calculator operation, or simple arithmetic operations, or any grammar representation, or some built-in function. Mainly we are using YAC. Then we go for grammar. You know grammar. Just now I told context-free grammar, how to write a grammar. You did some problems on also grammar. Just again here also you have a grammar. The grammar is a series of rules that the parser uses to recognize syntactically valid input, or sometimes we need to recognize a specific sequence of tokens and perform the appropriate action. We have a grammar of set of rules, a set of series. First line, second line, third line. For all those series will be matching for the corresponding my input. For that I am writing. The description of sets of action is called as a grammar. See, I am writing one grammar. The statement derives name is equal to expression. Expression derives number plus number or number minus number. 1 minute, I get a call. See, now I am writing one grammar. So this is the grammar I am writing. You know what is statements, expression. These are LHS of the grammar. We called as head of the production. After the arrow mark, what we call body of the production, or it is called RHS of a production. See, what is vertical bar indicates the grammar have a two alternatives. Either I can go with number plus number, or we can go with number minus number. The vertical bar means there are two possibilities of the same symbol. Either we do addition or subtraction. The symbol of the left arrow, it is called as an LHS. It is called LHS rule. The symbol of the right hand of arrow, it is called as an RHS rule. For the same LHS, you can have a more than one RHS. See, number plus number, or number minus number, or number star number, or number divided by number. You know the word about grammar representation. See, for example, for this is I am writing for the grammar. See, you have to give input for that grammar. That input is recognized by the grammar or not. For that is the main intention of your writing for your YAC program. The symbol that you are written by the input and written by the lexer are called terminal symbols. See, whatever you write by the lexical analyzer, that is called as a terminals. All terminals are appearing the right hand side of your rule. The grammar have both terminal symbol and also non-terminal symbol. Whatever the non-terminal symbols are appear in the left hand side, and left hand sides never it's come your terminal symbol, because I am using context-free grammar. So in this grammar I am using terminal symbols are capital letter NAME. This is one token and number is another token. I am using two tokens. One is name and number. For these two tokens, you had to take information from lexical analyzer. What is number? What is name? How to write regular expression for the name? How to write regular expression for the number? For that, you have to go in detail about in lexical analyzer. Don't worry now. See now, Just in the grammar have both non-terminals and terminal symbol. Then terminal symbol can be represented into three types. The first one is the terminal symbol can be named token. For example, name or number, anything you can take it, named token. Whatever named token are used, you should be represent, you should be the keyword. Percentage token. This is a new thing you are learning. Percentage token is a keyword is used to represent any of the tokens used in your Yak program. So if you are using any token in the Yak program, in the definition section, compulsory you have to write down the representation as percentage token, then followed by identifier. The identifier can be token name. Whatever the token they are using in the program, that token I will show. Okay, by convention, all the tokens are represented as a uppercase letter. See, then another type of tokens are character token. For example, in my program, I can also use plus minus also as a token. Or third category, literal token or string token. I can also use string type of token in my program that all are defined before your root section. Before your root section, you have to start. Okay, then if it says this is my input, a is equal to 12 plus 3. A is equal to 12 plus 3. Using the grammar, I'll have to take down A is equal to 12 plus 3. A is equal to 12 plus 3. Construct parse tree. Construct parse tree using this grammar. Can you write down? Construct parse tree using this grammar. See, A is represent name. A is a variable name. A is equal to 12 plus 13. 12 is number, 13 is also number. And A is representation of that variable name. Either it can be B is equal to, C is equal to anything. That is called as a token as a name. How to write your parse tree? It is start with always your start symbol. Statement derives name is equal to expression. Now name is matching your input is A. Equal is also matching. Then what to do for expression? Expression can be replacing with what? There are two alternatives. Which alternative can I take? Plus alternative or minus alternative? As per the input. Number plus number or number minus number?
Number plus number.
Yes, very good. I am taking number plus number. What is number now? Number is matching like what? 12. This number is matching what? 3. Plus is matching this symbol. Now this parse tree will be working for this input using above grammar. Any doubt? It is called syntax tree or parse tree. Parse tree are constructed as an output of your syntax analyzer using what? Using grammar. See, now I have to say by lexical analysis what is number. What is the regular expression for the number? What is the regular expression for the number? 0 to 9 plus. Is it right? What is number?
Yes,
number can be recognized by using regular expression. How to write number? You can write is a lex program for the number as 0 to 9. More than one number you plus. If it is decimal number, followed by dot. If it is exponent number, followed by E. You know that one. See, what is name? Name is an identifier. What is the regular expression for identifier? Letter followed by letter or digit. See, identifier can be represented as letter followed by letter or digit. Okay, that is regular expression. That is for name and number will be used as a token or it is a terminal symbol. See, this grammar, can we able to write this input? 12 plus 3 plus 6. Can you able to do this input by using this grammar? Can you construct a parse tree for this input? 12 plus 3 plus 6.
No,
A is equal to 12 plus 3 plus 6 using the same grammar. Can you able to construct? Can you try? What is the problem? You will not get any non-terminal, right? Because all are terminal oriented. Expression derived number plus number. If you have anything here to define it, I can go with next level. Is it possible to go with next level? Go for 3 plus 6? Not able. Then the grammar is not able to do it. Then I have to go recursive rule. What is recursive rule? The rules can refer directly or indirectly to themselves. This important ability to make possible to parse arbitrary long input sequence. Okay, now you can try. I modify name is equal to expression same. Expression can be replaced by number or expression plus number or expression minus number. Can we write now? Parse tree. Expression plus number, expression minus number. Can you write the parse tree for the given input? 12 plus 3 plus 6. Any number can be do it for using to change your rules. A recursion function, recursively calling the same function to get to end of your input. Can you got it? See, I am writing my slide different input. A is equal to 14 plus 23 minus 11 plus 17. I take long input. The first grammar is not able to do it. After modifying my grammar as a recursive rules, I can write statement derives name is equal to expression. Name is matching for A. Equal is also matching. Then I go for the alternatives. I can go with these alternatives or these or this. Depending upon input, you replace it. Then I will take first one is expression plus number. Next, I am replacing expression minus number because I have to match minus 11. Next, I am replacing expression plus number. Then only number. This is 14 plus 23 minus 11 plus 70. Any type you can match if you write your rules or to match for given input. Any doubt? See what is grammar and what is recursive rules. You got it? Just I am replacing with instead of the number I am calling non-terminal. The non-terminal can be replacing any number of time. Okay. Okay, let me move on. See in this. My screen is visible. Nikita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See now we are using for Yak program. The LX program, you know how it is done. Lex program is a program name extension with .l. If you compile by lexical analysis, what type of file will be generated? lex.yy.c. This file is generated and it can call built-in function yylex in the main program and it will compile by C compiler to get a.out. Same way, you have to start your Yak program. Yak is nothing but add to another compiler. This Yak program extension is .y. That is for the program name .y. This will be compiled by Yak compiler. Yak is the name of the compiler. Yak compiler. This Yak file, Yak compiler will compile your program. It generate the C program name y.tab.c. y.tab.c. It is produced lex.yy.c. That is produced y.tab.c. y.tab.c. Now this y.tab.c it is used in your main program. The main program you are using yyparse. Here using yylex, there using yyparse. If you want to get anything from the rule section to your main program, then you can call yyparse. That is compiled by using C program. then you will get it executable file. See, all of you take to know about this diagram. I will once again explain you, just you can understand. Okay, just this is your command. All of you take down steps in editing your Yak program for the compilation process. You start with Lex program, gedit program.l, gedit program.y. You can create your file gedit program1.y, creation of your Yak program. Creation of Yak program. Just to write only the 4 lines. See, this is a 6 marks question. I will tell you detailed answer. How to write for the 6 marks question. As per the lab, you just copy it. Then if you want to compile your Yak program, you can use the command yak -d. Yak -d file name dot y. Yak -d file name dot y. Yak -d. See, you will get a question in the lab. What is -d? See, -d is an option. Write down. -d is an option used to create y.tab.h. See, you will create one more file y.tab.h. If not use this -d, this file is not created. See, this file contains the tokens. In the program, whatever the tokens you are using, those tokens will store it in header file. y.tab.h is header files. It contains the tokens. Those tokens will be passed to your lexical analysis. I will show the program. Just you write -d is an option. It contains y.tab.h header files. See, now Yak program is compiled. Okay. Let me go for the Lex program compilation. Lex program.l. I am compiling Lex program.l. There is no error. Then we have to do compilation of C program. CC is the compiler for compilation of C program. Both the file. Yak produce C program has y.tab.c. Yak produce C program name y.tab.c. y.tab.c is the file to compile. After compilation of Yak, it will generate it. Next, give one space. The Lex is also generate C program. That name is lex.yy.c. lex.yy.c. Okay. Then you have to include compiler linking file -ll library link for Lex -ll. After that you give one space -ly. See the -ly for link for Yak. Some system is supporting -y, -ly. Some system is not supporting. Without supporting also your program is running. Don't worry about that. Okay, -ll space -ly. Library link for Lex, library link for Yak. See, don't worry, compulsory if you have to give -ly. Without giving ly also, your program is working. Okay. Command copy downs over. I will send you WhatsApp group the program list. You can copy down the program list for the programs. Just you can observe how the program running style. See, the Yak program have a 3 section: definition section, root section, user subroutine section. All the sections same as Lex. It is separated by percentage. This percentage beginning of your root section. This percentage end of your root section. Okay, definition section carries so many things. I will write by program. I will show you. Since my program list is visible, take down the first program, write a YAG program, to recognize the string with grammar. Recognize the string with grammar a to the power of n, b to the power of n, a to the power of n, b to the power of n. N is greater than or equal to 0. That means null string is also valid string. Okay. Like it program is ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಾ?
Yes, ma'am. Kanistide.
Okay. What's the program says? A to the power of n, b to the power of n means what? In hangandre? See, my input is A, B, B. This input is acceptable by grammar? A to the power of n, B to the power of n. You studied much on last semester for all those languages. A to the power of n, B to the power of n is equal number in both the parameter and A followed by B. Can you accept these things? B, B, A?
No, ma'am.
No. Can you accept A, B?
Yes, ma'am.
A, B, B, A? Equal number of n.
No, ma'am.
No, you got it now? This is my program. So this program I have to write by using for YAG. For this program I am not able to do by using Lex program. Okay. For that we have to go for the YAG. The YAG program, there I have to write a grammar. How to write a grammar for this? You already know how to write a grammar for this. The S is my start symbol. S derives capital A followed by S, capital B, right? How to write a grammar for this? A is the first one, followed by S or B. If it is null string, what? I have
Epsilon.
to use epsilon. Then it will accept S is replacing with epsilon. Then I have only one A, only one B. If n is equal to 0, then S is what? 0. Then it is also valid. This grammar is correct. Any doubt in this grammar? See, now tell me how many terminals are there in my grammar. See, my grammar is I am using only A, B, A, B. See, what are the terminals or what are the tokens? One token is A, the second token is what? B. See, first you have to identify in the grammar what are all the tokens I am using to write the grammar. See, tokens are one is A, second one is B, because S is a non-terminal. S is replacing every time. Only A and B are my tokens. See, now how to write my program? First you have to identify what are all the tokens. A is one token, B is one token. See, this one I am writing, I am assigning to another non-terminal symbol. There I am calling. See, observe that. You start with percentage open parenthesis. This is your definition section. Definition section is end by percentage close. Between these you can include any number of header flags. As include std.h, as include stdlib.h. Don't write anything, just observe. I will send this file. Percentage open, header files I am writing in the definition section. Save. After definition section, what is the change is very, very important. You should be write percentage token. Percentage token. Percentage token is a keyword. It indicates what are all the tokens are used in my program. My program I am using A is one token, another one is B is one token. I am using A and B. Including this in this program, I am using null as a null as a one character I am using. It indicates your end of your input. If you press enter, That enter is also read as a one character. For that I am matching for that enter it. I don't want to return anything. For that I am declaring as a one more token NL for null character. See, this is not all the program required. See, depends on the problem I required. For this problem I required, I am wrote it. If you want to, you can also rewrite whatever I am giving to the React program. You can also rewrite. You change the grammar and you can accept a to the power of n, b to the power of m. You have to try after some 2, 3, 4 class. You will know the logic of React. You can try it. After definition section, you start with your rule section. Then rule section will be start by percentage. Then what is the rule? Rule section start and rule section end. Between these you have to write your grammar. See, what is the grammar I have to write? This is the grammar. The representation of the rule section is you have to write grammar. Grammar followed by action. When the grammar is satisfied, then the action is executed. Okay, how it is satisfied and how the action will be go in detail, I will explain in the Tuesday class. See, you are using one action is shift and reduce parsing we are doing. Shift and reduce parsing are applying in the rule section to match my given input. See, now I am taking S derives A, S, B or epsilon. Every rule is end by semicolon. Every rule is end by semicolon. I am writing the rules. S derives A, S or B. The same yes I am writing here that will assigning to statement. I am taking new non-terminal as a statement. Statement is nothing but yes. The yes is end with your new enter as a NL. See, if your input is read these things, if when it is this is reduced to your statement, and I have to get the action as printf valid string. I have to come out from the loop. When it is number of A is equal to number of B, this is a matching number of A is equal to number of B. It is the condition is true. When the condition is true, then the corresponding action is executed. Action can be written by using normal C statement. Or else the condition is false. The grammar is not satisfied my input. For example, this input BAA, it will not reduce by the start statement. Then it will say error message. For that you have to write the error message as int YY error. YY error is a built-in function available in the Yak tools. I am calling YY error. The YY error character star message, it will display whatever you want error message. Invalid string. You can get invalid string exit. Or then you have to go for your main program. You can write this after the main program or above the main program. It is not a matter. It is all our user defined function. I am writing a main program. Printf enter the string. That is an optional case. It is not always asking. You can directly give input. It is your reference I am writing. Then you will go for YY parse. YY parse will function. It will call your rule section into your main program. Then end. Okay, this is your React program. Let me go for the Lex program. Why you require Lex program is in this grammar don't know what is A and what is B and what is null. These are all the tokens. These tokens are given from Lex program. For that I am writing Lex program. Lex program as a gram.l. I am writing definition section. See, all of you observe carefully. Definition section I am writing as include y.tab.h. This is a header file. These header files contain token names. What are the token? I have to give description. I have to give description for A, B and NL. 3 tokens I have to give description. I am giving description in the rule section. It can be small a or capital A. Read from the keyboard. It will return as a capital A. It is B or small b. It will return as a small b. If you read new line, enter from the keyboard, it returns the keyword as NL. Other than these 3 characters, if you read anything dot, anything, just it return YY text 0. Don't return anything to your parser. Just be written as a null character. don't require main program, only we require definition section and rule section. Okay, this is the program we did. Let me go for the execution part. I will show you. Don't worry. See, we have only 3 batches. We have a lab: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, I will tell you in detail about all the program. Meta TCD week 5. Okay, first you have to type the program gedit grm.y. See, we are typing Yak program. See, observe now. I am writing Yak program here. Percentage token, percentage SNL, printf, semicolon for the first rule, second rule semicolon, percentage, and program. Save and file quit. Next, gedit. I have to go for the Lex program. Gedit gram.l. See, I am writing percentage open. I am including one header file y.tab.h. This is created by -d option. AA return A, BB return B, /n return null, dot return text 0. Okay, my Lex program is also over. Can you tell me compilation of the program? What is the command? Yak program I have to compile. You can go with any program. Yak -d space gram.y. I am compiling Yak program by using compiler name Yak. Okay. Now I can observe. You will create 2 files created. Are you observing now? y.tab.c and one more is y.tab.h. y.tab.h is file is created by using -d. y.tab.c is created by using a Yak compiler. Can you tell me which compiler used to Lex program? Lex program. Lex ram.l. Now check it out now. Another file is created, lex.yy.c. Now all our C program I have to compile by using C compiler, cc space. You can use y.tab.c space lex.yy.c space -ll space -ly. Okay, this is the command. You can give any order. This order can also change. You can give first as lex.y.c or y.tab.c. Any order you can give. But my system -ly is not supporting. You will get an error. See, -y is not exist. Then I don't want to use that one. I can go with this. Then if I go for execution file ./a.out, you can give enter a string AB. You will get valid string. This is the compilation process and execution process. Then BAA is invalid string. Number of A is equal to number of B. ABB invalid. If you give AA, BB is valid string. Any doubt? See how parsing action will be done. See, I required still 3 more hours to explain your Yak in detail. Just in the lab, execute this Yak program for the next week. Okay. Shall I go for the next one? Next, observe. Write a Yak program to recognize the strings of a to the power of nb. N is greater than or equal to 5. N is greater than or equal to 5. What is the meaning of that? Can you tell me how to write? statement derives minimum number of A is how much?
5, ma'am.
5. Then how to start 5? Minimum A. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A. Because 5A should be minimum, should be there in the grammar. After 5, you can go any number of A, right? That ending with what? Any input is ending with A followed by
B, ma'am.
B. How many B's? 5 B's or only 1 B?
1 B, ma'am.
1B.
Only 1 B. If you write like this, what happens? Statement derives A, B. Only it will accept 5A and ending with B. But I want to get 6A. What to do? I want to get 6, 7A. Then how to modify my grammar? 5A is over. Then what is an alternative? I can write it now. Can I write here yes? Yes is your statement. Statement is nothing but what? You know new non-terminal. Yes, I am writing. What is yes now? Ending with null character. You tell me now what is yes now? Yes is a new non-terminal. S can be either only 1A or A with yes.
Epsilon.
A with yes. Or you can use A or AS, or you can use epsilon, or you can go directly A with yes or epsilon. Correct? Grammar is correct. You should be know in this YAC program how to write a grammar for the given input. Now what happens? How to derive now? Any number you can derive by using this grammar. Statement derives minimum 5. I am replacing with yes. Whenever you want 6, yes is replacing with what? S is replacing with what? See, I will take A, B. So you start from statement. You do apply leftmost derivation. How to do a leftmost derivation? A. Yes, B. Now what happens now? A. S is replacing with what now? Epsilon or SA? 3, 6. It is 7, 8. S is replacing with what? A, S,
Yeah,
B,
ma'am.
right, as it is. Okay, now next line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. S is replacing with AS or epsilon?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
AS or A, only A. How many A's are there? I think 7 A's are there in my input. 7
Yes,
A's or
ma'am.
6 A. Then again AS,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
AS, B. Next. A. Then S is replacing with
Epsilon, ma'am.
epsilon. Then directly I go with B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now input is accepted by the given grammar. From the above grammar, my input is A. As per my rule, n is greater than or equal to 5. My input is accepting. My input is accepted by grammar. Then grammar is correct. Okay. Any doubt in the grammar? See, grammar write-up you should be from your last semester. Only for those grammar you are using here. That is for learning your YAC. Okay, now I am come to YAC program. Definition section. There is nothing change. Tokens are in this program also A and B only. The tokens I am using A and B with null, that is for enter character followed by. Then I start with my rule section. I am taking non-terminal statement. Followed here there is no arrow mark. While writing in the grammar there is no using for arrow mark. We should be use colon. The colon indicates distinguish between head of the terminal and body of the terminal. Production. See A, 5 A's. All 5 A you have to give space. 5A with followed by S, space B, space NN. If it is true, this is replacing with the start production, then you will get printf is valid. Then end by semicolon. What is yes? Yes is replacing with AS or SA. You can go anyway, anything, no problem. AS or SA or epsilon. Epsilon, no need to write anything in the program. Just you leave empty space. Empty space is called epsilon. In the keyboard, you can't able to give epsilon as a input. See, from that, just you leave this as a epsilon as a empty space. End of your rule section and you commit. Then you go for the normal procedure. You call your YY error. Then you call your main program. The Lex program, there is no change. It is same as previous program. We are using same token AA and BB. See, this is using AA and BB for the program. Okay, now we will try for the program running. I am writing the program with sample2.l. gedit sample2.y. See, I am writing sample2.y. gedit sample2.l. There is no change here. Same procedure. Then you start compile yak -d sample2.y. You can check now what is there in y.tab.h. y.tab.h. See, observe now. I told y.tab.h header files. It contains what are the tokens. The token is A, token is B, token is null. These tokens hash code will be generated. For these tokens, the Lex program will give a definition. What is A, what is B, what is null. Because of that, I am including in Lex program. Next is Lex sample2.l. Sorry, sample2.l. Now you compile cc space. See, I will give in the reverse order. Cc space lex.yy.c space y.tab.c space -ll. No error. /a.out. My input is minimum is 5 followed by 1 ending string. BA invalid string. AAB invalid string. The minimum number of A should be what? 5. Okay, this is your another sample program. Okay, next you have one more. And you have to write a program. It will accept any number of 1 and 0. But if it is starting with 1 and it is also ending with 1 also. See, read the next third program. You have to write your program. Write a yak program which accepts a string that starts and ends with 0 or 1. That means the program start with 0. I will show you. See, if start with 0, end with is also 0. Between that you can write anything. The sequence is accepted. You can observe now. 1, ending with is also 1. Between that you can write any number of zeros and 1. It is sequence is accepted. If you see the next input, starting with 0, ending with 1, it will reject it. Starting with 1, ending with 0, it will also reject it. This is my program. See, in this program, what are the tokens? What are the tokens? Terminals.
0 and 1, ma'am.
Very good. Tokens are 0 and 1. See, I am writing Lex program. The Lex program is 0 and 1. This 0 and 1 I am returning to my program. See, anything if you give to the program, it had to return for that numbering type. Then you have to use, there is a one external keyword. Extern int YYL val. YYL val is a variable. It is available in the Yak tools. It will return this value into Yak program. See, I am returning something from Lex program to Yak. Then always you have to use the variable name as YYL val. See, for that I am using YYL val. See, if it is 0, I have to return as 0. 0 is my token. If it is 1, I have to return as a 1 only as per that. For that I am using YYL val is a variable there giving us a 0 and 1. Other than it reads, see, other than it is 0 or any number of character or new line, I don't want to return anything. It will declare as what? 0. It will return to the main program as 0. For that I am passing as a 2. This is also not required for the assigning for 2. See, I am writing the grammar definition section. The tokens are one is 0, the second one is 1. Those one I am defining in the Lex program. You start with your rule section. The rule section and start with your production. You try to understand the program for accepting 0 and 1. I am starting with production. S is replacing with new non-terminal. It is sequence is accepted. This S is any number of 0 and any number of 1. 0 followed by A, 1 followed by B. What is A? N number of A and 0. What is B? N number of B and 1. What is N? N is 0 and 1. See, detail I will do it. For this program also I will send you. Just you know about what is input and output, you can execute it. The Lex 0.L Yak minus the 0.y lex.yy.c. Because of time consumption, I am not able to complete. See, don't worry. After the internals, we'll tell you. 0, 1, 0, 0. Sequence is accepted. 1, 0, 0, 1. Sequence is accepted. 0, 1, 1. Sequence is rejected. For this is my intention. You have to try to write the grammar for this input. You search your grammar and try to write some more grammar input. Those grammar try to write as a Yak program. Don't worry. Only the next week you have to execute this sample program, and I will go step by steps everything Yak in detail after Wednesday classes. Okay. As per only lab purpose, I did this hour. Those who are understand, you can do it. Those who are not understand, don't worry. Once again, I will do from the scratch. Okay. Thank you. I think time up. I will end my class. Till